The mayor skillfully made the request, and we honored it, understanding that this is a really good and important time for infrastructure upgrades across America, particularly as it relates to water. We're going to have to continue the subsidies for the Affordable Care Act, and I also think that a reasonable border policy makes a good deal of sense. You're talking to somebody whose grandparents were immigrants, and I think we need a legal process. I don't think the American people are opposed to a legal process. Important to remember, we've already passed that legislation. So it's sort of an academic conversation when you say we're going to do more about something that was already passed. Ed Markey and I were in Holyoke years ago before anybody was even talking about the problem, and we actually cemented legislation that came from my committee during my time as chairman that passed.
It's a $3 trillion package that would include assistance for state and local governments. It would extend unemployment insurance. It would provide another $100 billion for our hospitals. It would include the retention tax credit and bolster the Paycheck Protection Program. If we don't act, or if the Republicans in the Senate don't act, this would mean that up to 25 million people could lose unemployment insurance.
Control.
Cash flow is everything. So we are unlikely to buy into anything that Senator McConnell puts out that does not extend some shape and form to unemployment insurance, more money for our hospitals, the retention tax credit, state and local government assistance, and clearly to make sure that there's flexibility in the Paycheck Protection Program.
And I think that we identified our voters early on, and we decided that we would concentrate on getting them out, and that's what we've done.
It has the strength to pull this fully loaded.
Well, I've delivered for this district. I mean, issues big and small, many of you have covered them over the years. I mean, when you think of the extraordinary achievements that we've had, whether it's North-South Rail, Courthouse, Union Station.
Hello, I'm Sarah.
I'm Siobhan.
And I'm Karen. And we're Bananarama. And we're wishing you on Countdown a happy 10th anniversary. Have a good one.
We were only too happy to help with innovative renewable energy support. That's a great example of far-reaching land use. You stop and think of it. The president has cast his ballots through the mail in the past. His family has cast their ballots through the mail in the past. There are Republican states and Democratic states that have embraced mail-in voting, and it has occurred without even a small hitch. It's an accepted part now, I think, of extending the franchise. The president votes by mail, and has. He always brings that up immediately when he sees me. And we met him in New York, if you recall, and I think he felt he would never see us again. And we gave him a pretty tough time after that about Ireland. Our hospitals received hundreds of millions of dollars, and that included the hospitals in our area.
Shield your home, the Sloman Shield.
It was a huge win for us getting the multi-employer pension relief bill done earlier this year. As all of you know, that wasn't easy, and we had been working on this issue for many years. But we finally got it over the finish line, and I'm thankful for the support of the building trades as they helped to make sure this effort would come to fruition.